Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. We are in the fourth part or the second chapter, first part, whichever way you put, of the Kathopanishad. And last week we were looking at Aranyornihito jata veda garbha eva subhruto garbhini dive dive idyo jagruvadbihi havishmadbhir manushyebhir nihi etadvaitat. That which the householders, the grahastas, worship at home. What do they worship? They worship the fire. Similarly, what do the wise people worship? They worship the Om or the Brahman, the reality. Verily, both of them are one and the same. Brahman is not equal to Brahman. If you remove the word and you remove the all attributes to it, then what is that behind the word, or what that name Brahman represents? And what is that, if you take the name and form of the fire out, what is that which remains? That is one and the same. In other words, we have to recognize, here the teacher is telling in the Bhashya, Shankaracharya ji is saying that it is called the Prakrit Brahma, manifest reality. Manifest reality is not separate to the transcendental reality. You understand? Yes, last week I was talking about the manifest space called house number 11 Wolseley Avenue is not separate from the infinite space. Exactly the same way, the truth that is, which is beyond the thought and the mind, and the truth that is behind this visible universe, or is expressing through the visible universe as existence, is one and the same. The one, and that one truth is invoked by the householder through fire, and by the realized master or the wise people through Om, or by contemplating on the truth in their Hridayakash, in their heart. And that was told in this particular verse. This etadvaitata, This is verily that reality. This is that reality. So, what is reality including now? Reality is in saying here, this is that. So, this Prakrit Brahma, this manifest reality, meaning the manifest world, is not other than the reality. This is the conclusion. And how do we live with the manifest world? You decide. You have to reassess. Do you take it to be reality, or do you take the world as a bhogya vastu, something to be enjoyed, something to be attached to, something to be desired? And what is it? It is none other than that supreme reality. So change the approach when interacting with the world. Change the world. Etad vaitata. Now we come to the 9th verse. We have seen the bhashya of this one, yes. Now it says, the seeing Brahman in the pranas, that is being told here. Again, remember what is prana? Prana is the Hiranyagarbha, is the Brahmaji who is in and through everything. So that vision is being presented in the 9th verse. What does it say? यतश्चोदेति सूर्यो यतश्चोदेति सूर्यो अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तं देवा सर्वे अर्पिताः तं देवा सर्वे अर्पिताः तदुनात्येति कश्चन तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वैतत एतद्वैतत. Together. यतश्चोदेति सूर्यो अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तं देवा सर्वे अर्पिताः तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वैतत. Here it says, and that from which the sun rises or the sun sets, that force, that propelling force behind the sun which makes it rise and set. Have you seen it? No, but you know the sun rises and sun sets. That force all the gods worship daily. Tam deva sarve arpitaha tadunatyeti kaschana. Tam deva sarve arpitaha. All of the gods are praying to it, surrendered to it. We saw that in the Katha Upanishad. Keneshitam. The story at the end of the Upanishad, the story was given. Go. If you can't remember, you can go and listen to it again. So we see here, okay, let's go through the bhashya. So, यतः च यस्मात् प्राणाद् उदेति उत्तिष्ठति सूर्यः अस्तं निम्लोचनं यत्र यस्मिन् एव च प्राणे हनि गच्छति तं प्राणम् आत्मानं देवा अग्न्यादयो अधिदैवं वागादयश्च अध्यात्मं सर्वे विश्वेरा इव रथनाभावर्पिताः संप्रवेशिताः स्थितिकाले सोपि ब्रह्मैव. Big long sentence. So yatah, yatascha, that from which, yasmat pranad udeti uttishtati, that from which the prana udeti, here pran is taken, the sun is taken as the pran, because without him we won't have the life that we experience. Everything on this planet and everywhere else in this solar system is dependent on the sun. Whether there is life on the other planets, we don't know. But as regards this planet, we know our daily waking, dream, deep sleep cycle is dependent on the sun. The photosynthesis is dependent on the sun. The heat generated to warm up the world is generated by the sun, and so many other things. So for us it is the prana. Just as the breath is our pran, without which we cannot live, life as we know it on the earth cannot be without the sun. So sun is the prana of the earth, of the solar system, of all the dependent planets. So here it says, yataha cha yasmat pranad udeti. Udeti means to arise. Uttishtati, again another word for udeti, ut eti. Ut is to stand up. Uttishtati is to get up, to arise. And Surya Astam Nimlochanam. And so either we can say that Surya is the prana, but remember last verse, what did we say? We said Hiranyagarbha itself is the prana, and itself that prana, Hiranyagarbha, all possibility, what was Hiranyagarbha? All possibilities of the manifest creation were present within the Hiranyagarbha in the unmanifest state. See? So first came the unmanifest state, then out of which the manifest state appeared. And because it has appeared, has the Hiranyagarbha state, like the seed, vanished from existence? No. A seed gets destroyed when the root and the shoot come, but not in the case of this golden seed, the golden womb called the Hiranyagarbha. In that also the entire possibility of the creation is there in the unmanifest state. And when it does manifest out of it, there is no loss in the Hiranyagarbha. That Hiranyagarbha is as if the life force which is present in and through the entire manifestation. See? And that is what is being told here, that it is, now here we can put it in that way, that the sun rises because of that Hiranyagarbha, the pranas. It sets. Where does it go back when it sets? It goes. What is that propelling force? What is that power which makes the sun rise and makes the sun set? It is that Hiranyagarbha. It is that pranas. That is what is said here. And it, yatra yasmin eva cha प्राणे हन्य हनि गच्छति तम प्राणमात्मानं देवा अज्ञादयो अधिदैवं दैवं भागादयश्च. We'll read afterwards. And so and it goes back to the pranas when it sets, and in this way this is going on continuously. on a daily basis. Mm. And that in that prana, in that hiranyagarbha sthiti, in that hiranyagarbha state, in that hiranyagarbha disposition, uh, mm, all the various gods. Which are the gods now? Here initially it is said Agnayadayoho Adhidaivam, and what are Adhidaivam, all these gods. What are these gods? You will think, oh my God, all the gods also, but I have never seen gods. Just as there is a power behind the sun and the moon and the planets, etc., for us on the earth, sun is the pranas. For the sun, Hiranyagarbha is the prana. See? So who are these gods? Demigods, devatas, who are surrendered to it, who are subservient to it, who are continuously thinking out of it, who are continuously drawing the power from it. Understand all these statements, huh? Who are they? They are the fire. They are what we can just put it very simply: the fire, space, air, fire, water, earth. But we have not seen that space, air, fire, water, earth are surrendered to the God. It's only an imagination. Okay, we've come to ourselves. Where are these five elements? In you. Because of the space, the ears were created. Because of the air, the skin was created. Because of the fire, the eyes were created. Because of the water, nobody is saying anything. I'm saying because. It's not because. Each element manifests as this sense perception. So how did water express? On one hand, it manifested as the tongue, and on the other side, it manifested, that same water element, it manifested as all the things that the tongue can taste. Same way, smell, what is that? Earth. On one hand, it manifested as the nose, and on the other hand, all the smells. And in this way, what is that power because of which you are seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting? Is it outside? Is it being borrowed from somewhere? Devtas are nothing but productive potentials. What is that propelling power? So what is that power which is seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting? Where is that power coming from? Think. All these. So Vayu Devata, Agni Devata, speech, Vagadayah. Example, Vagadayascha. The Adhishthan Devata of speech is Agni. The Adhishthan Devata, the productive potential behind the eyes, is fire. The productive potential, that propelling force behind the tongue is the water, the Varuna Devata. Behind the nose is the Prithvi Devata, and so on. But where do these gods get the power from? Is it self-generating? We read the Kathopanishad, not Katho, Kenopanishad. Where after the war with the asuras, with the negative forces, they were victorious, and all these devatas, the victorious means what? Coming to pratyahar. If you come to pratyahar, oh, I'm not getting disturbed by any thoughts. Wow. Thoughts are about seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting, or imagining, or thinking, or feeling. And mind is not disturbed by anything. And on the seat of meditation, if something comes in front of you, of the eyes, I am not disturbed. I have conquered all the stimuli. Nice fragrance comes from the kitchen. The nose says, I am not disturbed. That this is what in Kathopanishad they were doing. And when they were doing this, suddenly each one was, congratulating, you saw me, you saw how I killed that fellow, you saw how I killed that negative force, you saw that, this is nothing, you didn't see me, what I was doing. At that time, the Yaksha Purusha came and he said, if you are so great, please come and use your powers to burn this blade of grass. And all the demigods, all the gods, devatas, they couldn't do anything. They could not dry it, they could not burn it, they could not wet it, they could not disintegrate it. When all of them accepted defeat, then Indra, the god of mind, he went. And the moment he doesn't go with arrogance. These fellows went with arrogance. He doesn't go with arrogance. He goes, he's intrigued. What is this that all my generals are not able to destroy? It must be something great. And let me go and find out. And whenever you want to find out, you cannot go with arrogance. You have to go with surrender. You have to go with an open mind. And he went with an open mind. And as he just was about to, because he has already taken the disposition of the open mind, not fixated, no arrogance, he gets a glimpse of it. Only a glimpse, and it vanishes. Because he is the Indra, the Lord of the Mind, he is absolutely 110% sure he saw something. But what it is, he didn't know. He doesn't know. So he keeps looking into the empty space. The blade of grass has also vanished. He keeps looking, keeps looking, keeps looking. No arrogance, no defeatist attitude, no attitude, hey, there's nothing there. And that is arrogance. Oh, when it wants to show, it will come again. No, he kept waiting there. This eternal waiting is symbolized by Nandi, the bull sitting in front of Lord Shiva. The Indra, the god of mind, he is also waiting. And when he is waiting, he has got nothing to look at. He is not available, there is no form available, there is no name available, there is no taste available, none of the five elements, because the five elements have already got defeated by that blade of grass, which was a manifest representation of the Yaksha, the supreme being, who had come to test. And Indra kept waiting, kept waiting. In that wait, the goddess of Lord Shiva, the Uma, she appears. She gives him darshan. And he asks, "O mother," Indra is a very, he wants to devour everything. He's got insatiable desire and lust towards everything beautiful. Uma is beautiful. Uma, the wife of Lord Shiva, she's beautiful. She comes in front of him, but he doesn't look at her with the lustful eyes. He comes across with surrender, with openness. He comes across as a seeker and asks the question, and she tells him who that was. Na shrotra gacchati, na vag gacchati, na manaha. It is that where the speech cannot go, the vision cannot go, the mind cannot go. And Indra becomes convinced he has not experienced the reality, but by the words, by the grace of the mother, Uma, clarity comes to him. Same way. We are not available to the productive potential behind the eyes. We feel, oh God, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Until unless we don't take it subjectively. Unless and until we do not take the whole journey, the whole seeking subjectively, there is no conclusion. There is no understanding. There is no surrender. There is no abidance. There is no realization. Subjective, to be subjective is the way. So when it says that all the devas, speech, fire, etc., all of them are adhyatma sarve vishveshwara ivarathanabha varpitaha sampraveshitaha sthiti kale sopi brahma eva. So they are all connected, they are all established in that one. How they are established in that one? Here it is told, Rathanabha varpitaha. Just like all the spokes of a wheel are connected to the hub. Like that, all the gods are connected to the Hiranyagarbha. Just like all waves are connected to the ocean. Just like all the ornaments are connected to the gold. Just like all the radiuses within a circle are connected to the center of the circle. Similarly, all the gods, all the devas, all the productive potentials, they are, see, it is not that I have got the fire element which is expressing as the eyes here and the earth element which is manifesting as the nose here. No, you also have a nose, you also have an eye, you also have the five senses. And why only human beings? Animals also have. The teeny mini mosquito also has eyes. See? So wherever vision is possible, the productive potential, the Devata is behind it. The Agni Devata is behind it. Is that Devata available? Is that productive potential available if a person is dead? It is available, but it is not manifesting from that body. It is available plentifully, but it is not, because it is not one per person. This light, manifestation of light, Is it one per bulb? Yes. But is it only one per bulb? No. If this bulb fuses, the principle of light continues to manifest itself at other places. But where is it connected? What is its loci? What is the source? What is the principle of light or surrendered to? It is surrendered to electricity. Without electricity, light cannot express. Without that Hiranyagarbha, without that supreme being, without that uh, 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 the God principle, divine principle, these gods, meaning these productive potentials behind the five senses, they cannot function. Not in this body, not in the cosmos. We already talked about, last week I told you, according to Vedanta, there is only one body. There is not many bodies. There is one body, there is one mind. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad. In that one, all are imagined. All individualities are imagined. In that one mind, the entire variety of the dream is imagined. So is true in this world also, waking world also. So is true in this waking world also. See? So, sthiti kale sopi brahma eva. So, just like that, everything is connected to the source. Without connection to the source, nothing can appear to be. So, Shiva Shakti are connected to the source, Paramashiva. The Shakti is Trigunatmika, she is connected to the Paramashiva. The Brahmaji, the Hiranyagarbha, it is connected to the Paramashiva. All the Devatas, they are connected to the Paramashiva or Brahman. That, so whether you call it ocean, whether you call it a tide, whether you call it a wave, whether you call it a ice, it is still the same water. Exactly the same way. Everything in this Prakrut Brahma, in this manifest reality, is connected to that one source. And what is the nature of that source? It is infinite. It has got no boundaries. It has, if you have a circle, then you have a center. But if you're saying it is the center of everything, but it has got no boundaries, then where is the center? Everywhere is the center. Everywhere is the center. Don't forget that you are, this is that, etad vaitata. Continuing, tad etat sarvatmakam brahma. So this is that all, this is that Brahma, which is the Atma of everything, which is the essence of everything. Then it says, tad tadu na natyeti natitya tadatmakatam tadanyatvam gacchati kaschana kaschadapi etadvaitata. Nobody, there is nothing beyond that Brahma Brahman, it is one without a second, it is a beginningless, endless a reality. There is nothing beyond it, and therefore, that you can go from a world to the senses, from the senses to the mind, from the mind to the intellect, from the intellect to the total hiranyagarbha, or we will say life force, from the life force to the conscious principle, from conscious principle where will you go? There is nowhere to go. That is the frontier. You cannot go beyond it. So nobody can, I can experience the absence of the world. I can experience the absence of the senses. In sleep there are no senses. I can experience the absence of I, but nobody can experience the absence of consciousness. Nobody can experience the absence of consciousness. You can experience the absence of something. That something is always specific, has some attributes, has some form, has some color, has some name. But consciousness, can you experience the absence of yourself? This is what is the point here. This is that reality. In other words, you are that reality. So, this is that. What is that? The one who is not available to the absence of the consciousness. He can never be, he can never say that consciousness has become absent. I don't know where it is. Please help me to get to the consciousness. So, Buddha, are you stupid or what? Please help me to get to the consciousness. I want liberation. I want enlightenment. I want nirvana. I want to abide in myself. Swamiji, please touch here. Please kick there. Please do this. Please do that. Please teach this text. Please goes on and on. And why? Because we are objective in our approach. Nothing wrong with studying and doing sadhana, but be subjective. Subjective means that constant principle. Attention is on that constant principle. Not only attention, you cannot put the attention. If you try to put attention on it, you will vanish. Be aware of that. Be that. Be that constant principle. Etadvaitata, this is that Brahman. And in this way, so understand, just as the spokes are connected to the hub in a wheel, here the example taken was yataschodeti suryaha astam yatra sagacchati tam deva sarve arpitaha tadu natyeti kaschana etadvaitata. What is that power? What is that power which is making the sun burn? give light and heat continuously? What is that power which is making all the planets to revolve around the sun? What is that power which is making, you can understand, if two things are there, we talk about law of attraction and repulsion, centripetal and centrifugal force. So when two objects are there, it is easy to understand. The two people are attracted. That's why they are getting pulled towards each other. But when three people are there, or three bodies are there, then who is attracting whom? What is the dynamics there? And here in the solar system, 9 planets are there, 9 bodies, plus one in the center sun. Who is attracting whom? Who is pushing whom? Why they are not collapsing into the sun and becoming one with the sun? Why don't they dash into each other while they are moving around the sun? Why each one maintains its distance from the other planets and the sun? It keeps going around in its orbit again and again, again and again. What is that power which is making it happen? Just like we have not seen gravity, but it is because of gravity we are standing upside down in Australia. We are not standing up. We are standing walking upside down. Zara sochiye. But your experience is all as normal as anything. So in other words, we are all bats, human bats, hanging upside down in Australia and New Zealand from the earth. So just as gravity is keeping, we have never seen it, but we know it is there. Similarly, what is that power? Or there is that power. This is that power. Or it is that propelling force which is making each planet to go around its own axis and go around the sun and not dash into the sun nor dash into any other planetary body. Something to be intrigued. We all know it, that there is some power. It's not just we are not just hanging. Arre, put the red light on. Saturn is coming. शनि महाराज आ रहे हैं. Why? Red light. पहले हमको जाने दो भैया. You come afterwards. Nothing like that. There's no traffic rule there. Then how come all these planets and the sun are maintaining their integrity without, hey, get out of my way, I am going first? गुंडागर्दी नहीं है. My way or the highway. It's not there. They are all functioning with integrity. They are all functioning within their parameters. But who has decided those parameters? What is that power? Just as we don't see the gravitational power, just as we do not see the electric power, similarly, this power is even subtler. The power that sees the suns and the planets are your eyes. Who sees the eyes? We saw this before. Who sees the eyes? The mind sees the senses. Who sees the mind? The eye. Where does eye come from? It also comes and goes. The I thought also comes and goes. But do you come and go? Does the consciousness come and go? The waking consciousness, dream consciousness, sleep consciousness comes and goes. But do you feel you have come and gone because the waking, dream, deep sleep consciousness have come and gone? Experiences have come and gone. You feel you are the continuous one. What is that? This is that. This is that propelling power. This is that Hiranyagarbha. This is that Brahman who is expressing through, in and through the himself. I shouldn't even say in and through. He is the material cause, he is the efficient cause. He himself is manifesting as the Hiranyagarbha. He himself is manifesting as the Virat. He himself, just like water alone is manifesting as the ocean. Water alone is manifesting as the waves. Exactly the same way. Tadunatyeti kaschana etadvai tata. And in this way, understand that the that Brahman is not, where are we? The Brahman is not only on the seat of meditation. What you see outside, from Brahman's point of view, there is no inside or outside. 16, 17. Oh, there is a little bit left here also. Yad brahmadi sthavaranteshu vartamanam tat tad upadhitvad brahmavadavabhasamanam sansaryat parasmad brahmana iti ma bhut kasyachid ashankaha itidam aha. He who yad brahmadi sthavaranteshu, he who from that supreme reality all the way down to sthavaranteshu, to the grossest minuscule thing, to the grossest sthavaranteshu. So what is that? Who is that? From the universal, from the infinite to the micro, to the microcosmic. Who is that who is present in and through? And because of the various conditionings, he appears to be other than Brahma. What appears because of the various conditionings? What are the conditionings? You have taken the conditioning of the intellect, conditioning of the mind, conditioning of the breath, conditioning of the senses, conditioning of the body, conditioning of health, conditioning of being rich, conditioning of being poor. You have taken yourself to be the conditionings. And when we take ourselves to be the conditionings, the reality gets hidden. But here, the teacher, Yamaraj, is trying to broaden your vision that every conditioning is also pervaded by that Brahman. See? Here he says what? Tadupadhitvad brahmavadavabhasamanam sansaryan yat parasmad brahmana iti bhutakasyachid ashanka itidam aha. And because of the upadhis, because of the conditionings, limitations, it as if appears other than the reality. Because of the conditionings. Because of the conditioning of the wife, man behaves funnily called husband. Because of the conditioning of children, man behaves funnily called the father. Which one is real? Man is real or father is real? Answer yourself. So when we consider ourselves to be the upadhi, I am the body, I am the senses, I am the hunger, I am the seer, hearer, toucher, feeler, taster, thinker, imaginer, experiencer. This funny personality is called the ego. And when we take the conditionings to be real, then we forget the original. When we take the husbandhood to be real, we forget that we are the man. When we take the waker to be real, majority of us are taking the waking to be real. We have forgotten the one who is other than the waker, dreamer, sleeper. Because we have taken the waker to be real. And all our life is rotating, revolving, conditioned by the waking experience, by the waking body. Give it the same status as the dream. Or give the dream body the status of the waking, then see the fun. And because of these conditionings, the individual who's essentially the infinite being considers himself to be separate from the infinite. Because of what? Because of the conditionings. That's all. Drop the conditionings. Every night you are dropping the conditionings. When you go to sleep, remain awake. So that bhutakasyachid ashanka itidam aha. So that some people do not start considering the conditionings and limitations as the real and forget the original. As regard this, let there be no doubt about it, to address that you don't take the position as the conditioned one instead of the original one. And remember, this is what we are doing. We are taking, again I'm repeating, we are taking the role of a waker more real than being the witness of the three states. We are taking the role of father, mother, daughter, sister as more real than being the man or woman. See? Than being the man or woman. So we are already making the mistake. But to warn us that we don't make this mistake, the next verse begins. See? This particular 10th verse is talking about the 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 failure to understand, comprehend the eternal unity of the being, not recognizing this eternal unity of the being, that it has never become the waker, dreamer, sleeper. It has never become the father, mother, daughter, sister. It has never become the body, breath, mind, intellect, the panchakoshas. It has never become the individual. It has always been the same. When this is not understood in the right manner, this lack of uh, uh, the failure to comprehend this is the cause of repeated births and deaths. This is what is told in the next verse. Yadeveha tadamutra, yadeveha tadamutra, yadamutra tadanviha, yadamutra tadanviha, mrityosa mrityumapnoti, mrityosa mrityumapnoti, ya iha naneva pashyati, ya iha naneva pashyati. Understand till the last verse. Etadvaitata is concluded. I think. And here are some of the what should we comprehend. We don't have to comprehend mathematics, physics, chemistry, English. We don't have to comprehend that there is no chemistry between me and that person, so I don't think I'll get married to that person. This is not comprehension. Comprehension is not equal to, oh, should I eat Indian food or Chinese food or Subway or whatever, pizza. This is not comprehension. Discrimination is always between the real and the unreal. So either you be the real, and the failure to be the real will lead to rebirth. Now choose wisely. The Upanishad is giving you the crux of it. Till now he told you this is that, this is that, this is that. Your vision was being expanded. Now here are precautionary measures from this verse. There's another 2 verses, I think. These are precautionary measures. Before it was a positive affirmation. This is that. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat. This is that, this is that. This is that Brahman. This is that Brahman. This is that Brahman. And in every verse, the wise people focus on that one. In other words, you also focus and be that one. Failure to do that, failure to comprehend this, even if you have not, you're not abiding, but at least you have understood so that you work towards it. No working is required, but what to do with man? He is addicted to doing something. Failure to contemplate in this manner will lead to rebirth. So in yad iva eha tadamutra yadamutra tadanviha, a person who is continuously indulging in that consciousness, that consciousness which is continuously indulging in, identified with, considering this panchabhuta, uh, or we can say this body and mind composition as I. Here it says, mrityosu mrityum apnoti ya ihanane pashyati. That person, ah, okay, let's look at it in this way. The person who suspects that, suspects, we'll put it here, the person who suspects the reality, the tattva, the essence in and through this body mind equipment, and suspects what, that reality, that essence is not only limited to this body, it is beyond this body also. It is infinite, all pervasive. And third aspect is he who sees the entire variety, multiplicity, objectivity in this essence, as a part of this essence, not even a part, as this essence. Then it is good. But if a person is seeing and giving validation to the variety in this truth, then such a person will go from birth to death to rebirth to death and go. Mrityum apnoti, samrityum apnoti. He is subjected to birth and death, recycling, if we can use the word. So two visions are given here. First is the one, first point, the one who sees the essence in and through this panchakoshas, the one who sees this essence not only as the essence of this panchakoshas, but comes to comprehend that this essence is all pervading. Just as we come to understand the mind is all pervasive in and through the entire variety that is available in the dream. But now what is mistake we will make? We will say that essence is in and through all the beings of the waking. Good, no problem. In and through all the beings of this planet. Past, present, future, no problem. Third point, the entire variety, here it says, the entire variety, all the otherness all the otherness, all objectivity, all variety is in this essence alone. Just as all the variety of the dream is in the mind alone. We are talking about waking state now. That the whole variety, the whole multiplicity, which includes body, breath, mind, intellect, this one is in the self alone. Now, if this is the case and you have understood it correctly, then where will your attention be now? It will be on the essence. It will be on the conscious principle. It will be on the constant principle. Or will it be, acha, this piece of paper is also in the self. The glass cleaner is also in the self. This pen is also in the self. This table is also in the self. This wall is also in the self. How many things I have to calculate to go? I'll go crazy. Everything is in the self. Are Baba, then think about the self alone. Why you have to think about every object? Be the self. But there are some stupid, some ignorant fellows, some over intelligent fellows, what do? Because for them the multiplicity is valid, and therefore they, in this one homogeneous reality, instead of being the homogeneous reality, they see the variety in the reality. Such people are subjected to continuous birth and death. This is the topic. We'll look at it in our next class. Enough for today. So this precaution given by Yamaraj is so that we don't remain objective in our approach. These are the subtle tweaks that are required so that we accept that consciousness alone is. Variety, multiplicity is only a projection or an imagination on that consciousness. Water is the reality. Wave is an imagination on the waters. Ornament is an imagination on that gold. Actually, you are touching, feeling, tasting gold. Exactly the same way. Don't get oriented. Don't get fascinated. Don't get caught up, entangled in the variety. Oh, but variety is the spice of life. Variety is the spice of life. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Again come into the womb, again push out of the womb, again a I, u. Again 2 plus 2 4, 2 2 6, 2 5 8, thappade, 2 5 8. Again go through the whole process. Again interview, again rejection, again jobs, again this. Arre baapre, aren't we tired already? Arre, by grace of the divine, you are available to the Upanishads. You are listening to the Upanishads, and most of you are regularly listening. What a blessing. it and you're showing the interest, so that itself is a great thing. Out of how many billions, how many handful of people are attending satsang all over the planet? Handful of people, and you are among them. काम तमाम कर दो एक बारी में, बार बार करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Not next life, this life, finish it off. Don't focus on this life, focus on consciousness. Don't focus on the variety. यदेवेह तदमुत्र यदमुत्र तदन्विह मृत्यो स मृत्युमाप्नोति य इह नानेव पश्यति. ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ. Hari Om everyone.